This is Dr. John Whitcomb telling you this story about Is Cholesterol Dangerous? My reference comes from Dr. Sinatra's new book, The Great Cholesterol Myth, but it's a conundrum for all of us in healthcare. Most of you probably get your cholesterol checked each year at work or by your doctor, and you worry a lot about it. As a doctor, I have people come to me all the time saying, do I need to have my cholesterol checked? And people are worried because their cholesterol is over 200 and their doctor tells them to be put on a statin. Well, I'm going to tell you that I don't think cholesterol is harmful at all. And we're going to argue that over the next couple of weeks, so we'll put this out every week, and you can listen to other in my series, each little 3-minute clip. But the first study I'm going to quote is from Japan, where researchers looked at roughly 150,000 people in a meta-analysis of multiple studies put together, all done since 1995, good studies where people were followed for at least 5 years. And they separated them into 5 groups. Below a cholesterol of 160, which you might think is perfect, or from 160 to 200, which the American Heart Association says is desirable, 200 to 240, which American Heart Association says is high, and above 240, which the American Heart Association says is downright dangerous. Now, these folks weren't followed for heart attacks, they were followed for mortality. And mortality is what counts to me. So I'm interested in how long I'm going to live. Guess what they found? I bet most of you would say, well, the folks who had a heart cholesterol over 240 were the ones who probably died the fastest. Actually, that's completely backwards. The people who died the fastest were the ones whose cholesterol was under 160. The folks who had 200 to 240 had a significantly less mortality than the other groups. And in fact, the folks over 240 had the best. What conclusion do you... The real message we should be taking from this is that cholesterol is not dangerous. In fact, cholesterol is probably harmless. It's a secondary marker. The real causes of heart disease are inflammation, oxidation, glycation. Those are the real issues we need to talk about. And in fact, it's sugar and free carbohydrates that cause trouble. What will work for me? I need to stop obsessing about cholesterol. It's a measurement from the past. There's some interesting ideas in it. It kind of gives you some metrics that you can look at, but they're really secondary metrics and they don't get to the heart of the matter, if you mind the bad pun. The real issue is we have to get off of sugar, off of high glycemic foods, off of eating too many calories from those sources. That's what's going to cure heart disease. In the meantime, let's put cholesterol to